And today we're making white chicken chili, and this is Kentucky, so you gotta throw in some cornbread. Hey everybody, welcome to our bubble. So glad you're back with me. If you're new, my name is Katie, and today we're making white chicken chili, and this is Kentucky, so you gotta throw in some cornbread. So to get started with our chili today, we are going to crock-pot our chili. You don't necessarily have to crock-pot it. It's just we're going to put our chicken in the crock-pot raw so that it can cook with all of our other ingredients and just be shredded at the end. If this is a soup that you would like to fix and eat within like an hour or so of making it, then I would pre-cook my chicken in a skillet and brown it and then put it in the rest of my ingredients. But today we're going to crock pot. I've been doing all the things this morning, so we need to get this going. You will need Great Northern white beans or even like a cannellini bean. These are ones that I have previously canned up myself just to make life easier. You also need 2 of the 4-ounce containers of the green chilies in a can. We're going to add in some oregano and some cumin and some salt and onion and garlic, as well as the chicken broth that we canned up in another video, which if you're interested in watching that, I'll link that after this one. But let's get started. One of the first things we need to do is to saute our onion and some of our garlic in a pan and a little bit of oil. So we'll go on and turn the heat on our pan so our oil can be heating as we cut everything up. We had a little bad spot, so wanted to make sure we cut that out. And our onion, we don't want to cut this up too small because they'll just cook into nothingness. So, and we're just looking to soften them a little bit before we throw them in the crock pot. Our onions are starting to brown up a little bit and turn translucent. So this is good enough. We just wanted to cook them a little bit to help open up the aromatic flavor. That's hot. So now that my onions and my garlic are all cooked up, we're going to go on and throw them in our slow cooker. I am going to go on and turn our crock pot on high and get it going. It is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I was really hoping to get this started a couple of hours ago. So we're going to cook it on high for a little bit, and then I'm going to crank it down to low after probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in all of our beans. You know what? I don't even know why I'm bothering. Phew, I got the seal on those really well. We're going to get all our beans in here. So we have added 3 pints of beans. Now we're going to add in our diced green chilies. We're just going to dump that whole thing in there. Oh, wow. Woo! Oh, yeah. Tickled my nose a little bit. The green chilies are a must. You have to add them. I think they are what gives this chili most of its flavor. I decided maybe you all needed a little more light on the situation. Then our chicken broth, which if you are buying your own chicken broth from the grocery, I suggest that you taste it and make sure that there is no salt, that it's not salty. I know this isn't salty because I made it and no salt was involved, but that's something when we add the salt that you'll want to be aware of. We're going to add a little bit of pepper. Which that was probably around a teaspoon. And then we're going to want a teaspoon of cumin. And we're going to add in some oregano. This is oregano that I grew myself. If you do not grow oregano and you really like spaghetti and just Italian foods that have it, man, grow it. It comes back prolifically, normally, almost everywhere. So we're going to call that a teaspoon. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. But don't forget, you can add ingredients a lot easier than you can take them away. So now we're going to give this a stir. Ooh, that looks good already. So now that everything's all mixed up, I'm going to go on and give it a taste. If I think it needs it, I'm going to go on and add a little more salt right now. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. That doesn't need any more salt. So now that our base is all mixed up, I have around 2 pounds, a little over 2 pounds. We've got 2 decent sized breasts. No need to cut them up or anything because of slow cooking. We will shred them when this is done and we're getting ready to eat. Oh, the goal is to not make a mess. There we go. Like I said before, we're going to let this cook on high for an hour and a half to let it get nice and bubbly, and then we'll crank it down to low. We don't want to cook our chicken too quickly because it will be difficult to shred at the end of the day. So now to get our cornbread going, we're going to turn our oven on 400. Now, to go on and start our cornbread, we are going to put it in a cast iron skillet. So we need about 1/4 cup of butter, which is half a stick. And we're going to go on and we're going to place it in our skillet so that it can be melting. So we're going to need about 1 cup of flour. And 1.5 cups of cornmeal. We need a tablespoon of baking powder. This will help our cornbread to rise a little bit. And then I like my cornbread sweet, so we're going to add in a half a cup of sugar. We need about a half a cup, we need about a cup and a half of milk. These little containers are around a little over 1 cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add all of one of these, and then once we get everything else in, we're going to mix it up and see where we are. Our batter should actually be a little soupy. We need 2 eggs, preferably room temperature, but they can be cold. It doesn't matter. This is cornbread. I know most people don't have eggs sitting out on their counter like I do. So what we want to do is we want to whisk these a little bit. We want a pinch of salt. And we're going to stir all this up. I am going to add our butter, but first I want to make sure that our eggs are incorporated some first. Before I add our butter, though, I am going to make sure that our skillet is coated. And we're going to stir all this up. Now, we're going to get it into our skillet. Now, this is going to bake for around 25 to 30 minutes. Pretty sure our cornbread is done. It has been 25 minutes. So we're going to do the toothpick test. That's pretty clean. You can also push on the top, and as long as it's nice and firm and kind of cakey, you're good to go. So it's now around 7:30 at night, and we are getting ready to eat our chili. I did pull the chicken out and shred it up around 6 o'clock. So now let's give it a try. Now, a lot of this soup, my friend Becky had shoulder surgery early this morning, and I am going to take a lot of this soup to them so that maybe there's a meal that she doesn't have to worry about. The soup it's very meaty. Look at all the chicken. And the chicken shredded wonderfully. All I had to use was a fork. Oh, and our cornbread turned out great. It's delicious. But let's try our chili. Let's try our chili without me getting it all over myself. That's really good. So this is a chili. So this is one of these soups that is great the next day. It's even better. So thanks you guys for hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.